Oddities and Curiosities book review. My name is Marc, Lindsay, author of Perigord and the Plato Wingard series. I'll just take a brief moment to promote my own book, Plato Wingard and the Armour of the Gods, coming out last week, and it's available on Amazon.com. Enough of that though. Today what we're going to be covering is The Talisman, written by Stephen King and Peter Straub, published in 1984. So this is an original copy here, and I've had it a long time. So this is a really good fantasy book. It concerns a young boy, Jack Sawyer, 12 years of age. He's currently living in Arcadia, in a hotel with his mother, who's an ex-B-movie queen. She's very sick, she's dying, and basically she's brought in there while she dies. He meets up with an old caretaker, a bloke by the name of Speedy Parker, who ends up informing him that he has this ability, much like his deceased father, to flip between this world and another world known as the Territories. It's a really interesting book in regards to, it starts off a little bit slow, but you're introduced to this other world called the Territories, which is a very medieval, bleak sort of a place. Everyone within our world and the Territories has a twin, except for Jack. Jack's mother happens to be the queen of the Territories, and she's also dying. Speedy informs Jack that the only way to save his mum and the queen is to travel across the country and retrieve this talisman, this mystical orb that'll save them both. Jack's a sheltered boy who, along the journey, he basically discovers a lot of truths about the world and himself. As I mentioned before, the Territories is a very bleak place, but as Jack travels across America, and as he flips through the Territories, he finds that America can be a bit of an inhospitable place as well, especially in regards to one of the main villains in there, this Sunlight Gardener fella, who is an absolute monster of a bloke. Along the way, he meets a werewolf in the Territories, a friendly werewolf, whom he calls Wolf, and they make the journey. It reminded me a little bit of the Huckleberry Finn sort of story arc there. He also, chasing him through the book, is a bloke by the name of Morgan Sloat, who was his father's business partner. Now, he basically orchestrated Jack's father's death, and he's a real villain of the piece, especially in the Territories. Throughout his journey, they cross a lot of these bleak, really horrible areas. But what really stuck out in my mind was the train ride travelling across the wasteland. I think this story in particular is more about the journey than the destination, and we find out a lot about Jack. Jack's past, as well as the person that he's growing into. I think that if you enjoy books like Stephen King's Eyes of the Dragon, or the short story, the novel, or even The Hobbit, you'll really enjoy this one here. I've read a few reviews on this in regards to that they found the beginning was a little slow, but I think once you get past that opening thing where he's introducing these characters, you'll be amazed at the portrayal of this fantasy world and America that a lot of people don't know. I'll give this 4 stars, and I hope you enjoy. I'll see you next week for my next review. Bye.